Hello, welcome to Froch on Fighting. Me, Carl Froch, aka the Cobra, and I'm delighted to be joined with the Bomber, Tony Bellew, once again. A fan favourite for the show, Froch on Fighting. You're a regular on this channel, and people do love you. I've got to say the comments are always really positive.
Okay, that's
which
nice.
Is nice. It's because you're honest. You tell it how it is.
You just got to be straight. All you can do.
Sometimes you get accused of being an AJ fanboy, which I don't like. But he's your mate.
No, listen, I haven't spoken to him for quite a while. But listen, I think the world of the lad, but it is what it is. Whatever, it just is what it is. After the last fight, I'm not sure it went down too well, but I say as I see it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's all you can do. And talking about AJ, I might as well go straight in because that's what's happening this week. Well, next weekend in Miami, the big one. Jake Paul, fake Paul, I call him, against Anthony Joshua. Massive unit, two-time world champ. Still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the bar knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on and then got done, and he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
It'll be over when he wants it to be over.
Thank you. So do you think it's going to be real, this fight? Do you think it's actually... So you think that Jake Paul...
You couldn't fake it. You really think Anthony Joshua's going to put his whole livelihood on the line for Jake Paul?
No, I don't think he would.
So there you go. It's over when he wants it to be over.
There could be some kind of tacit agreement in the background.
How?
Where they have a handshake.
Then that's illegal. You're going to jail.
Exactly, it's illegal. That's what I was going to say.
So you can't.
Because it's not an exhibition.
No, it's a fight.
So
and people are betting on it. Big amounts of money.
So we're watching this. I'm flying out there next week to Miami to watch it. So I'm going out there. He's laughing. I'm getting some old. So it's all good. But it's like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua, 6 foot. Was he 6'6"?
About that.
Fucking. What's he 16? What's 245 pounds?
He can't be a pound over 245.
What's
so
that in stone?
The best part, just on 17 stone or just under.
So Jake lost to Tommy Fury, and that's the one everyone keeps on. Do you think he's improved much since Tommy Fury?
Yeah, but do I think he's improved enough to make competitive? Unless I close my eyes and Josh is completely shot to bits, no.
Yeah, and so is the potential that Jake Paul, like, I know you keep saying no, I know you're right, but is there a world in which you see Jake Paul
come on, stop.
landing a shot and doing it?
Of course he can land a shot.
No, landing a shot and doing something.
No. As soon as he feels the first jab, he's going to be like, what the fuck have I signed up to?
Yeah, lovely. Well, at least you're on the same page as me.
He's just going to touch him the first time. But the first jab, he's going to go, what the fuck was that? It's a pair of 10-ounce grandson. Could you imagine when it lands?
10 ounce. That's what we wore. You're a big lump anyway.
A jab with 10-ounce gloves on hurts.
Yeah,
and that first jab lands, and as sharp as AJ will be, night.
So it's just a stupid move from Jake Paul.
It is. I just hope he gets up after the count of 10.
And just,
because that's the only worry in this fight for me. It's a win-win for everyone. I said before, I'll say it again. Boxing is about once you've achieved your ambitions and goals, which is a world title, that's our dream for all of us. Mine was the WBC world title. Once that was achieved, make as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and then you know what you do after that? You run. You run for the hills. Do you think
AJ's doing that, making as much as he can and running for the hills, or do you think he's still got ambition to become a world champion?
Oh, he's got ambition.
Think he has?
By where he's training. Trust me, you'll see when it comes out, when he gets closer, where he's training and what he's doing. He's got ambition.
So he's serious about potentially becoming a three-time world champ.
This is not about Jake Paul. This is about Anthony Joshua wanting to regain back the heavyweight championship of the world, and he's in a place that he believes he can do that.
So that's a potential masterstroke from him and Eddie Hearn. He gets to have a warm-up fight and an 8-rounder.
He was going to have an 8-rounder
anyway,
for a couple of 100 bags.
Was he going to?
On an undercard. No, he was.
Or was Eddie softening the crowd?
No, Eddie, he was going to have an 8-rounder this year on an undercard for someone.
So he's had an absolute fucking touch of all touches.
Imagine someone comes along. Listen, I'm sick of people saying it's bad for the sport. It's a joke. No, it's not.
It's a joke if he goes wrong and AJ ends up fucking struggling.
Every other fighter would take it.
100%.
But Carl, even if he... Okay, let's just say... And this can't happen, but let's just say he does struggle. He's never going to lose. Let's just say he doesn't look good. He's just being paid obscene,
stupid money,
and I'm talking obscene tens and tens of millions. Nobody's
turn it down. No chance.
You would fight them both at once for what he's getting.
Absolutely.
For half it.
Yeah, you'd fight him.
Anyone would.
You'd fight Jake Paul for kind of any amount of money to a degree, because you consider it to be an easy fight.
You're doing everyone a favour.
But I can't understand Jake Paul's model, the way it's working, the fact that he was going to go in there with Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, but he's bombing. His last fight bombed.
Yeah, shit, was it?
So against Julio Cesar Chavez,
so he's had to do something.
He bombed, and Netflix aren't going to keep giving him the money they're giving him unless he goes, you know what, I'm facing someone who is real.
So he's put himself in a position now.
Doesn't get more real than this.
No, don't get more real than this. He's put himself in a position now where, actually, be careful what you wish for.
Of course. Now he's got an answer.
He's got an answer.
He's got to pick the phone up.
I'm actually getting a little bit more excited about this fight now after talking to you.
But it's nuts.
It is nuts, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I genuinely don't think he's going to get in the ring.
Yeah, that's what I said to
our
producer. I said that there's no way this fight happens.
For the life of me, I just can't genuinely see him getting in the ring. 10-ounce gloves being on the bell going. I don't know.
Ding, round one.
Yeah, I can't see it, and it's getting closer. And as each day passes, I keep thinking.
Keep looking for the news that it's off.
Yeah,
because there is a few rumours about it.
And it's not. It's not off. And he's sparring London Coley, and he's sparring fucking how many other heavyweights that are in his camp. And I'm just like, okay, that's great with 16-ounce gloves on, maybe 20-ounce gloves on neck guards. You'll not have ever felt anything like it when he touches him for the first time with 10-ounce gloves on. And trust me, he's in for a rude awakening.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. So it looks like the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight is happening as far as Tony's concerned, as far as I'm concerned. We're still, until that first bell goes, we don't know. And if it does happen,
get paid.
AJ's getting paid and going home in what will be a really, really easy fight. I'm going out there to watch it.
His professional debut was harder than this.
Yeah, of course it was.
It was against, I think it was a tank, whatever his name was.
Yeah. I remember watching his debut because it was at Wembley. It was at Wembley the night. Was that his debut? At Wembley Stadium, 31st of May, 80,000 crowd. That might have been his debut.
I'm not sure.
I think it was.
Listen, it doesn't matter. His professional debut was against an undefeated fighter, and he chinned him.
Yeah, you literally can't give AJ any stick taking this fight, provided he goes in there and does what he should do and what he's supposed to do.
He'll know the round it's going to end.
Yeah.
I wish he'd tell me, but he knows the round because he is able to pick the round.
Of course he is.
He can pick whatever round he wants.
It should be round one. So anyway, let's move on. The fight's happening, Miami. Next week, 19th, 20th.
I was going to be there, 19th.
I'm there. Are you coming out, no?
No.
Do you fancy it?
No.
Why not?
No.
Come and join me, jump on it.
No one's paying me enough to go out there.
Yeah, true.
No, exactly.
He's got a saying, if it's paying, I'm playing. I like that one.
There you go. If they're paying, I'm playing, but no one's paying for that now.
Right, let's get on to something probably not as serious. An old mate of yours, a good friend of mine, David Haye. There's been a lot of talk online at the minute. I think it's a fantasy fight, but Jai Opetaia against David Haye.
A cruiserweight.
Yeah, what do you reckon in that one?
David was a monster. And actually...
Both in their prime.
And probably like... David actually enjoyed fighting southpaws. Every southpaw that he faced, he was vicious against. That's a really good fight. I'd have to...
It's a good fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tough one to pick, isn't it? Because Haye in his prime.
David, a cruiserweight's a machine, mate. The Gurov fight, when he chinned him for the European title, was just wow.
Yeah.
Oleksandr Gurov, tall southpaw, established amateur. Finish was unbelievable.
The comeback against Jean-Marc Mormec, because that was a...
Yeah, but Jean-Marc Mormec's a durable fighter. He's
but he just got
he's
clipped,
out of
didn't
the
he,
orthodox stance.
He got clipped.
Of course he got dropped. He gets hit on the temple. David's weak spot was always hit him on the temple. David's got one of the best chins you'll ever see in British boxing. Don't hit him on the chin, hit him on the temple. That's where his spot is. You know that if you study him like I did for a number of years. But David, when David beat Enzo Maccarinelli at that stage and at that point in his career, I thought,
jumped on him and smashed
you're right up there. So I'd love to see him and Jai, but Jai's formidable. The only thing is Jai is on the small side.
Yeah.
I've been around Jai and he's not big enough ever. David's exactly the same stature as me, just a few more muscles, bit better looks. But that's a really good fight.
Yeah, it's just a good fight. We don't need to pick a winner, do we?
No, I
don't want to disrespect anybody.
I don't want to disrespect that because I think the world of David and everyone knows it. I love David Haye and I know how good he was. Listen, I go back as far as studying him against Orlando Solis, the Cuban in Ireland. You know, when he loses when he loses that World Championship final.
And he hit him with a good uppercut. And he was on his way down. He woke up, didn't he?
He hits him with an uppercut, and this guy was going down. It was like a scene out the Matrix. He was going down that much, and then he just came back alive out of nowhere.
Woke up on the way,
Unbelievable.
And then stopped Haye, didn't he? Put it on him.
But
stopped him.
This is what happens in boxing, and for David, if David doesn't get rid of you in 6 rounds, and he's got to figure it out over 12, and you can punch also. He's got a problem.
He had a big learning fight then against Cole Thompson, the cat, and that was a real kick up the arse to say, right, you've got to be fit now for 12 rounds. And ever since then, he kind of took it more seriously.
I just thought he always thought he was going to get rid of someone, and so he should have with the power he had. But He had the Carl Thompson fight. It's a defining fight in his career. It's a moment where he pauses and he goes, you know what, we've got to get it right. And between him and Adam Booth, they went away, they studied, they done what they needed to do, and they came back stronger. An unbelievable team, them two together.
Absolutely. Listen, Opetaia, David Haye, big up both of you. They've played both top fighters. Right, I've got a couple of quick ones here. Who's your fighter of the year? Because we've got Crawford, Haye, Bivol, Usyk. So we'll be doing a end of the fight of the year awards. Maybe me and Rachel, the wife, will be on doing the Froch on Fighting end of the year awards. But who would you have as your? There's a lot in there. Crawford, I mean, with Canelo was a good win.
It is.
Bivol's been great, hasn't he?
Bivol's been.
And Usyk though, what Usyk's done?
The biggest victory this year is Crawford over Canelo. That is the biggest victory. That standalone.
What do you make of Crawford of his WBC rant lately? Do you think it's out of order, or do you think he's got a point?
I get it. I'll always cherish my WBC title, and
yeah,
for me, the
too.
WBC is the best belt in boxing, without shadow of a doubt.
He needs respect on it. And
I think it's better than anything else, but I get where Terence is coming from. But listen, you know what you signed up to.
Yeah, no, true.
You know what you said, because nothing got
But he's
changed.
just had the Saudi bunts, hasn't he, as well? And it's like, he's made all that dough, and now he don't want to kind of part.
Terence Crawford is pound for pound on that last result. He's up there. He's amongst. Listen. He can say he's one of the best fights of his own era. He can say that, and he is. Yeah. But as I say, when it comes to the politics of the sport, they're always going to be there. Anyone who's talking about this nonsense of bin this belt, bin that belt, understand the heritage of boxing and where it's come from.
You need the belts.
You need belts
to at least get there. Once you're there, you might say I don't need them. Mike Tyson didn't need the belts when he was there. Canelo probably didn't need them once he was there. To get there, you need them.
I've seen fighters all my life putting belts in bins, from Riddick Bowe to your Canelo saying this fight's not important for this belt, and
to AJ throwing him over the top rope when he lost to Usyk for the second time. You got the
Everyone has had the little spats with the politics of boxing, but understand this: the WBC title is the heritage of boxing. I link that to the great up your Muhammad Ali's holding it above the head, your Sugar Ray Leonard, your Floyd Mayweather, your Mike Tyson's, your Nigel Benns. Holding that.
I bet you're glad you've got the green and gold one, aren't you?
Listen, I've got a tattoo.
I mean, the IBF's good. The IBF and the WBA, the black one, but the WBC, that other than the British title, the green and gold one, that's the one.
I love the bit. Like I said, I love the British title. It's amazing. You know, I've won it, defended it, but it's just it's politics. Carl. What can you do?
No, you can't do it. I mean, Crawford. I love Crawford.
What a legend of a fighter.
I don't want to give him any stick. It's a bit of a talking point because that went quite big, didn't it?
I get it, but
and the money that the WBC as well use that money to put into retired fighters. Apparently they do.
Well, they do that.
And if they've got that,
they're a massive part. Which I'm a bit of an ambassador for them. You know, I'm an Emeritus champion in the cruiserweight division still to this day. It's one of these things where I look at it and go, they do so much for boxing after they're finished, and I don't see any of the other organisations, any of the other bodies, any of the other what am I looking for? The word I'm looking for, the governing bodies, sanctioning bodies, and then the organisation. So you've got these states, your Nevada states. What are you doing for fights after boxing?
The WBC and Maurizio Sullivan drove it home to people the other day and said, "Look, we do this. This amount of money goes into this, and it helps X fighters."
As you know,
so fair play for
boxing's very, very lonely. When the lights turn out, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. The WBC does.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. That's enough said on that one. What did you make of Chris Eubank and Conor Benn, the rematch?
I thought it was a really, really good boxing display by Conor Benn. I thought if he'd have gone into the first fight with them same tactics, he'd have won.
Yeah.
Because Chris Eubank Jr. just couldn't deal with the feints, couldn't deal with the offset and pace. He couldn't. In the first fight,
he tied it up, didn't he, Conor?
Conor goes into the first fight and he's just trying to take his head off with every shot call. And you know, and I know, you cannot go into a boxing match trying to take someone's head off every single time. You're going to tie it.
When he's trying sparring, it can go wrong. You know what I mean?
And listen, he won in the first fight. I think he won the first 4 or 5 rounds. Then he gets tired. He didn't think he could tire. He does. The bigger man comes stronger and he gets better. In the rematch, he goes in, he puts Eubank on a jab. Yeah. He just puts him on a jab and he feints constantly.
Short little feints, I had a word of him and said to him, slow the feints down, as in, don't make them so big, so tidy him up, because you're wasting a lot of energy at the outside. And in the rematch, it's almost like he grew so much from the first one to the second one. Tony Sims was doing a fantastic job of him, but tiny little feints, little moves, then he would attack.
Little pivots, little moves.
But how much? So he was definitely better. He was more improved. Technically, was so much more proficient.
Right, much better.
But how much of the win and the performance do you put down to Chris Eubank Jr. being totally fucked at the weight, or injured, or ill? Well, you've seen him in hospital on social media.
Can that much have changed in 6 months?
I don't think so.
And then also you have to take into consideration of when he beats Liam Smith, It's at the same weight. I
Same weight.
I didn't see no weight.
Was it a bit lighter? Was it one?
No,
it was 160, wasn't it? Yeah. Cool.
When he fought
No,
Liam
you're
Smith.
right.
2 fights with Liam
Listen,
Smith.
I'm not going to make excuses for anyone getting in that ring because don't get in there if you've got a problem.
Do I think the weights affected them? Yes, I do. But did it affect them before the first fight?
We should have done, yeah.
Have you ever seen? Well, I'll tell you the fact. Has there ever been in the history of boxing a weight-trained fighter get stronger in the championship rounds?
And he did in the first one. I know what you're going to say. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he finished strong. Round 11 and round 12.
Mate,
yeah.
I had nothing in it after round 10.
Nothing. No, it was the last.
And he was like a Trojan in the last 2 rounds.
And that's what probably won him the first fight.
Weight-trained fighters don't come stronger in later fights.
No, that's right.
And weight-trained fighters don't also take the punishment that he took. So while he might have won the battle, he ended up losing the war.
He did, yeah.
Because the turnaround might have been too quick for the rematch. But ultimately, the way he made weight, his rehydration clause on the day card, the next day, he was actually lighter than Conor Benn. It's nuts that when they got weighed that night, he was lighter than Conor Benn at 8 p.m. in the night.
Is there some other
they
issue?
Got on the scales
no,
in
exactly.
the night, and Conor Benn was heavier than Cushman Jr.
Yeah, so there you go.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Do you think that would, I mean, we're not making any excuses. Conor Benn put on a fantastic performance. Eubank Jr. may have issues. He did put something on social media that he was in hospital having a camera.
I get it,
But what was that? That could have been something we don't even know what that is.
Listen, I get it, and I feel for him, but making weight strong, but you signed up to this.
Yeah, of course.
No one forced you. You
no
signed
excuses,
up. So I don't want to hear you whinging and you crying now.
No, that's right.
You know, I've signed up to fights. Me doing light heavyweight was far worse than him doing what he was doing. Believe you me.
That's true. That's true. You was dead at the weight.
Mate, and I got in the ring.
The difference when I was sparring you at light heavyweight, I know you was never fully light heavy coming in sparring, but so when you stepped up, then it was like I know I'd virtually retired. But when you was looking at stepping up, I couldn't spar you. It's too big for me. Too big, too heavy, too much.
I go in the ring against Donna Stevenson. I don't make excuses after it.
No, you don't.
I just accept it.
Yeah.
I know what I signed up for.
Is that the fight you got splattered in?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me, Carl.
You didn't get splattered.
I got stopped on my feet.
You did actually, yeah.
I got stopped on my feet, but listen, I'm a huge puncher. You should have faced him.
Nah, fuck that. Rob McCracken's too smart for that.
But
he done a proper job with McCracken.
Mate, he was a monster.
Who stuck you in there with him? I was supposed to volunteer. I could have voluntarily defended.
I became his mandatory.
So you was mandatory. So you had
mandatory.
So you went. Yeah. Was that for the RBF?
He sparked Chad Dawson in a single round.
Yeah, big punching. Fucking. If you don't know,
listen, Adonis Stevenson was a monster. But like I said, as soon as I won the cruiserweight title, the WC, I asked to fight him. Then he just said a flat no.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, for the rematch at Cruiser?
Yep. Said flat no.
He didn't want that bomb detonating on the chin after that. Right, Usyk said he wants to fight Wilder. Any interest?
Ooh, that's an interesting
Usyk
fight.
Wilder. Is Wilder about fucked though? He's about finished? Because he's looked shady, hasn't he, against Diamond?
Listen, I do think he's gun shy. I think he might be shot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's no point in saying he's not.
Wilder.
But the last thing you're ever going to lose is that punch. But I do think he's gun shy. I do think he's wary of throwing. And I think...
Do you think it could be interesting? Wilder landed a shot on Usyk. Yeah. Do you think?
Because you listen, no matter what, Deontay Wilder is still the single biggest puncher in boxing. Even if he's a bit gun shy, even if he's a bit shot, with one shot, he's got more power than anyone else in the world. Yeah. And I genuinely believe that. So
and that
that's
could be
a risky one.
dangerous for Usyk.
And listen, let's be honest, risk against reward. He's getting no reward literally for that.
Where does he go, Usyk? What should he do now? Like, he's completed the game, hasn't he?
Joe Parker was the original. And Fabio Wardley just ripped the script up. He was amazing in what he'd done.
So the Wardley fight's potentially interesting for a little bit. Can Wardley survive for a bit? But it's game over, isn't it?
You can't expect Fabio Wardley to challenge.
Would you give him not a chance?
I love Fabio,
and
it's no
disrespect to him,
I
is
think
it?
the world of Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, me too.
But this,
me too.
And
Fair
he's
play
a
to
very
him.
good fighter. Listen, I thought Joe Parker didn't know too much of him, but he didn't. And you know why he didn't? Because he stayed in there with him every second of the way.
Showed that heart and desire, didn't he?
Mate, and that's what being undefeated does for you. Until you're defeated, you don't know how to lose. And what he done that night, he stayed there. He was in the fucking fight all the way. I thought he might be losing. It was really close.
Very close,
but ultimately, he was in there.
He turned it up and on when he had to.
Mate. Listen,
and he's come from white collar to do that. You've got to respect him, haven't you?
Fabio Wardley is epitomises the underdog story.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you can get in there with Usyk and make a fight of it, we think he gets beat, make some money,
he just
make
knows
it.
Too much. I'd love him to get a big, huge payday.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get. You know what? I'd love to see him against Tyson Fury.
All right, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Gets a lot of money.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's not the biggest puncher.
Yeah.
He's a big, heavy, strong guy.
He's probably not going to hurt him,
but
is
he can be it.
Yeah.
And Fabio Wardley can be.
And he can have bad nights, Fury, can't he, as we've seen.
As we've seen, listen, if Francis Ngannou can push you close, so can Fabio Wardley. So
that's true.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot, actually.
Like I think the world of Tyson as well. Tyson's someone who I haven't seen recuperation skills like he has since Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think of heavyweights and time as time goes on. The name that comes to mind when I think of Tyson Fury climbing off the floor like he was against The Undertaker against Deontay Wilder, recuperation skills in that division. Well, the man who could take everything was obviously Oliver McCall, but he never went down. I haven't seen recuperation skills like that.
Done by Lewis in the rematch, didn't he? Badly knocked out.
Ron Lyle, George Foreman getting off the floor constantly off big knockouts, big knockdowns. I haven't seen recuperation skills like that since Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes, yeah, good shot. Yeah.
Since Larry Holmes.
Yeah. You've got to go right back to that.
Mate, I've seen Larry Holmes hit and he's gone face down and he's rose up. So Tyson Fury is a specimen. I can't wait to see him back. I believe he's going to be back in April.
Yeah, is he back? Is he?
He's coming back in April, so I believe. So
he looks in shape as well. He doesn't look like a big fat fuck, does he? Because sometimes he goes massive done in between, and he looks like he's still in shape.
Turkey Al Sheikh said that expect a big surprise. We're going to see Fury in April in Manchester, Joshua in Saudi in February, and then the two of them come together in September. So that's what Turkey Al Sheikh said on one of the broadcasts.
Yeah.
So
if he said that and he's going to back it,
when he says something, it happens. So fair play.
He's got the money to make it happen, hasn't he?
He's the man.
Listen, mate, we're here today working. We've snuck off for a quick 10 minutes in the background.
It's now turned into 20.
I've got one more question I want to ask you. For next year, are there any big fights you're looking forward to? Next year where you're saying, right, I want to see that, and that. And I know we've touched on a couple here, but 3 big fights next year. Who would we
3 big fights next year. I'd love to see Conor Benn challenge for the world title.
Yeah, against who?
Barrios.
Yeah. I was going to say.
I'd like to see the Barrios fight.
Do you like the?
I like the narrative of the WBC belt being on the line.
Yeah.
His father was WBC champion.
Yeah.
Barrios is a strong fighter.
And it's a winnable fight as well. Yeah. It's a winnable fight. What about him against Ryan Garcia? Do you think that's a no-go?
I think that's
not
a really good
no-go,
fight.
is it? It's a good fight.
No-go. Ryan Garcia is a really good fighter. We've seen that against Devin Haye.
But he's had a couple of losses, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Failed that drugs, didn't he, after the Haney fight? But
he did.
I mean, I feel like Garcia's not what he used to be. But it'd be a great fight for Ben.
Yeah.
Great fight for Ben.
I think Ryan
Real
Garcia,
good win.
I think Ryan Garcia, pound for pound, is the quickest fighter in the world.
Yeah,
speed. I haven't seen speed like that since Amir.
It's lightning, isn't it? Like when he works the pads and the bags.
Rapid.
So let's go Conor Benn Barrios because that's a good fight for Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Do you want to see AJ and Tyson Fury? Is that a big fight you want to see?
100%.
That's probably one of them.
AJ and Tyson Fury.
AJ
100%.
Tyson. So there's two. There's two.
And then I want to see Usyk sail off into the sunset. I'd love to see. I want to see Benavidez against Bivol.
Oh, what a fight. What a fight.
There you go.
Yeah, Benavidez, Bivol. That's a great fight.
Stage.
This has been another episode of Froch on Fighting, brought to you by Cobra Casino and Zapply, the best supplement product in the business. I'm going to get on this Zapply, mate. Mate, let's put some lead in the pencil, this will. The testo charge. Have you got enough? He has actually got 4 kids.
Not good.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon.
Take it easy, guys.